awesome.
How do you think we'll go from place to place?
An ant.
And
A
do you think
bird.
we'll have cars?
Yeah.
What kind of?
I think the future, based on culture, will be more artistic. I think that they will be expanding into technology and ways to be creative with the ways of maybe virtual reality and how to explore different worlds through that era.
Through globalization, culturally, there's not going to be as much diversity in culture as there used to be. I mean, even cultures as geographically apart as China and us, there's going to be like some symbiosis between the cultures of Europe and Asia and North America, and I think the world's just going to get smaller and smaller. There'll probably be more toleration and understanding of cultural differences in the future.
It's going to be everywhere. It's going to help reach the most far civilizations in the world, and we're going to be all connected.
Well, I think that we're becoming more of a mixing pot. There's a lot of more people coming into the United States and through immigration and everything, and it's creating a lot more cultures, and a lot of people are becoming more proud and not necessarily a minority anymore. So I think that will become more mainstream.
I think we're at the beginning of something as radical to us as the Industrial Revolution was to people in the 1820s and 30s. I don't think we even understand how much things are changing. We're in the very infancy of wireless communications and portable devices and all that kind of stuff. Our world's only just beginning to change, and you can kind of see it in families, and you can kind of see it in the job. I mean, I don't think that the trip from the suburbs to the city is going to happen anymore. I don't think people going away to four-year institutions for college is going to happen very much longer. I think all that kind of learning and training is going to be localized, and it's going to change us demographically. I mean, the city and the suburbs and all that. It's within 75 years, it's going to be a different planet. I mean, we're going to look so different than we do now.
I think that there's going to be more robotics and whatnot, and just to check into a hotel, I'm sure there will be a robot or something.
Do you think we'll have robots?
Yes. Robots.
Would they be big robots?
Yeah. Giant robots in the sky, and then everyone will get eaten.
Really?
Yeah. And then you'll be all die like this.
Technology, well, I mean, we've come so far with technology in these past since 2000, so obviously I think it's gonna just keep on increasing, man. Time travel.
Well, we're definitely going to be a lot more advanced, so eventually we're going to end up being like the Jetsons, where everything's floating in the air.
To go to place, you have to fly an airplane. Because car runs out of gas.
Technology, I think, will keep advancing, especially in medicine and entertainment and cell phones and everything. That's going to be something very interesting and spooky in the future.
Technology will gear around how to do business. For example, Lyft and Uber have their whole companies built on online apps that connect with us through our phones, which I think is fascinating, and I think that's just going to increase as we get into the future.
Environmentally is a tough one. Just like populations are keeping people from commuting in the old days, and that's all going to change. I mean, we're not going to get in cars and go from point A to point B like we did. The population growth has been real hard on the environment, and if the future is actually going to come, there's probably got to be some understanding of how you feed all these people and not create situations where there's haves and have-nots and civil wars and things. That could be the biggest problem in the future. I mean, I don't know, but it seems to me there's a limited amount of resources and an ever-growing population of people.
So there's a lot of issues surrounding climate change and global warming and everything. So I think that the more that is promoted and more people become aware, I think that we'll finally start changing and becoming more sustainable in the future.
Our environment Unfortunately, I think we're going to have less of a good time with our environment. We might just destroy it altogether. In the near future, we'll be fine. However, I think within the next century or two, we will be scrambling for space as well as places that are clean for us.
I also think that hopefully, I hope that like our environmental situation, like people actually start caring. But I see it going like majorly downhill, and you know, climate change and like pollution, all that's just gonna like get real messed up.
Oh, I think it's gonna get better. Like there's gonna be less pollution because we're gonna end up getting it out of the air. We're gonna figure out a way to do that.
The global warming and all that stuff, that is very important.
Eric, what do you think the future will look like?
It was like soccer ball.
No, climate change is real. It is happening right now. It is the most urgent threat facing our entire species, and we need to work collectively together and stop procrastinating. We need to support leaders around the world who do not speak for the big polluters or the big corporations, but who speak for all of humanity.
So what about environment?
Yeah, it's also going down the drain.
So you think it'll be a dystopian future?
Yeah, it depends if Trump becomes president or not.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me and lost boys like me.